was a great way to start this video. Hey you guys, it's Marie here, and today I'm going to be telling you guys how to find a talent agent. This is my #1 requested video, and I recently just signed myself with a new talent agent. So as I tell you guys about how to find a talent agent, I'll use examples of how I got my previous 2 agents and all the advice that I've learned over my acting career. So if you are looking for a talent agent, if you have been working on your career and you just kind of like want to move to the next step, you want to start getting more professional, more paid auditions, this is definitely the video for you. So stay tuned. I already assume that you have watched my video, how to find talent agents, and if you have not watched this video, you need to click right here. Now you have found some agencies, you've looked them up on their websites, you've determined that they are not scams, and if you need to watch my audition video on how to determine that an audition is not a scam, you just need to click right here. And now you want to submit for this agency. You're excited and you know that a lot of their clients go on pretty big auditions. Only a few things to submit. One, you need to look through the agency's website and make sure you pay attention to all of the instructions. Submitting to an agent can be different for each agency. Sometimes they want you to send a headshot and resume and cover letter through the mail. Sometimes they want you to email it. Sometimes they want you to fill out a huge form and send that along with your email. So make sure you pay attention to all the things that they want you to submit, because often if you do not include all the information that you need to, your submission is immediately discarded. You might need a headshot. A headshot is an 8x10 photo of you, kind of like this, where you see my head and you see my shoulders, but you don't see the rest of me. That's why it's called a headshot. Hello. And then you might need a resume, and I'm going to talk more in the future about how to make a resume. But in short, a resume is just a list of all the projects that you've been in, not just anything that you've done, but theater projects, film projects, stage, acting classes, and special skills that you have. And I'll try to link things below so you guys can see what a sample resume should look like. If you want me to do a video on how to get a resume, give this video a thumbs up. Some submissions ask optionally for a demo reel, and a demo reel is just all the clips of your acting experience, like your films and your commercials, and you edit it all into this clip and you attach it as a file. You upload it to YouTube and you attach it as a file. So what I did was I had a list of all the agencies that I really liked, and I went through each of their submission guidelines and I followed them. I said, "Hi, my name is Marie Tagbell. I'm an actress and I live in blank. I have been acting for I don't remember how long, and I've been in this, this, and this. I would love to be a part of your agency. Below I have attached my headshot, my resume, and my link to my YouTube channel." Short, sweet, to the point. They do not want to hear a long rambling thing about how you love to be an actor and how you've worked so hard. They want you to show, not tell. So show them, get all your crap together. I personally upload more than one headshot because I think it looks more professional to see that they can see that I have different looks and that I have more than one professional picture. Having more than one professional picture means I'm easier to market. I also attach some of my acting clips that I've uploaded to YouTube so they can see my acting skill ahead of time, and then I have my resume. I like to include all of those things in one short email. And the email where you write about your stuff, you can say, oh, I am an actor of this many years, I have been a lead in this, I have been in this film by this person. Just a few of your highlights that make you stand out. The more experience that you have before you submit, the better chances you have of getting into the agency, which is why I recommend not trying to get an agent until you've done a couple of work yourself. And you can't just jump from being new to getting an agent. Agents want people who they can market, who they can say, this is a person who has acting experience and they have acting training, and this person would be a good person to audition for this movie. But anyway, after you submit, wait a couple of weeks. If you don't hear anything back, it probably means that they aren't interested. Some agencies do not reply if they aren't interested. Sometimes you'll get an email saying, oh, I'm sorry, but we're not looking for your type, or we're not interested in you right now. That may mean you need to go back to the drawing board and you need to do more work, be more professional. No doesn't always mean no in the industry. no means not right now. So if this is an agency that you really want to get into, it just means you have to work harder and you just have to wait your time and don't give up. For example, if they say come back when you have more experience, it means you need to do more theater projects, you need to submit yourself for more short films, you need to take more acting classes, and then come back and then be like, hey, this is what I've done, I have more experience now. What happens if you get a reply saying they want you to come in? Well, this is super exciting. It means that they want to see more of you. They think, okay, well, maybe this person could be right for our agency, and they want to bring you in, and this is great news. I remember I submitted to 3 agents this past, I think last month, and I got a reply from 2 out of 3, which was like, it was super exciting. Unfortunately, I couldn't audition for both agents. One of the agencies, if they had a specific date, couldn't make the date, so they're like, okay, well, you know what, we're sorry, and then maybe next time we have an opening, we'll have you come in and audition. But the other agency, which was the one I really wanted, was like, okay, cool, here's a time. It's called their New Faces casting, where they took in people that they hadn't seen before. And a lot of agents do that. They have their own specific thing where sometimes they'll have open call for new faces, where they'll see a whole bunch of new people. Sometimes they have a specific day. There's just going to be some variable of that. So they had a specific day that I had to come. They gave me a script that I had to memorize. It was a short commercial, and she wanted me to come in with my headshot and my resume on this day. That's what happened. They might invite you to come in to audition. They might invite you to do a cold read. They might say have 2 or 3 monologues prepared for when you come in. The audition is where the agent gets to meet you and interview you, but the agency wants to see if you would be a good fit, which means, is your type and your acting skills, are they marketable for the agency? Do they need someone like you that they can send out on jobs? Will you make the money? Is basically what they're trying to figure out. It's supposed to be a win-win. You go out on jobs and that gets you to be able to act and get paid, and then when you go out on jobs, they get paid. And that's what the agency is trying to figure out, and that's what you're trying to figure out. So the audition with an agent isn't just to see if you'll work well with the agent, it's to see if the agent will work well with you. I read on camera the script that they had prepared, and then I had a meeting with the agent herself, and she talked about what the agent did, who they represented, what kinds of people they represented, who they submitted to, what kind of casting directors they knew. And this was good information for me to hear, because I could see, okay, well, this agency actually sounds like they know what they're doing, and I can trust them, and I think I'll be able to work well with them. And then I talk about myself and who I am as an actor, and she gets to learn more about me. And there's different things. Sometimes in some agents' auditions, they just shoot you in and out, and sometimes you get to have a really long chat. After you're done with the audition, if you don't hear back in 2 weeks, usually they have a span of 2 weeks, it usually means that they're not interested. I heard back the next day for my first agency, and for my second agency I heard back the next week. So if you don't hear anything back, it may mean that your acting wasn't there, or they just didn't think you worked. They might call you to say, oh, okay, well, thank you, but we're not interested. They'll always tell you if you get accepted into the agency, because after you get accepted into the agency, there's some paperwork you have to do. You have to sign a contract, you have to go over your acting material and your headshots, and you have to get signed up under the agency, and they have to set you up, and you have to send in your resume and a whole bunch of different stuff. But if you don't get accepted, it's not the end of the world. Remember, there's always more agents out there, there's always more opportunities out there, and having an agent really isn't the end all be all. I know that every single job that I've ever booked, or every single acting gig I've ever gotten, it hasn't been through my agent, it's been from me, and that can change in the future, obviously. But there's a reason that Wendy Lane likes to say the actor gets 80% of the money and the audition person gets 20%, and that's because you have to do 80% of the work and they do 20% of the work. So yes, getting a talent agent is amazing. They have an actual connection with the casting director, so that way the casting director knows the agency, and once you have an agency, you're more reputable. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get out there more or you'll have more success. It just means that you've gone the next step up, and it's up to you what happens with your acting career. But yeah, that's basically the steps of getting a talent agent. Important things to have are just have a good headshot. A headshot is very important, but a headshot needs to be plain background. You need to be able to see your eyes and your smile, something to let them know that what's really you. You don't want to be washed out, you don't want to blend in with your background, and you don't want to have a distracting background. I'll try to show you guys a picture of my first headshot, and it's actually my first picture on my Instagram page. And that was my headshot, and that's what I used, and actually really helped. And then as I, got further along in the business, I took more professional headshots. Make sure you have a clear resume so that they can see all your acting work. You need to have the title where it says theater, and then you list all your theater projects, and then where it says film, you list all the stuff you've done in film. Special skills, you list all your special skills. You have your name, not your address, but your email and your phone number. You want your name to be really big at the top so that way they know who you are. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any more questions, you should leave them below. I am super excited for my agent and I really like her. So I hope that we do great things, but I know it's up to me to keep on working and to do theater and to do film. I can't leave my career in the responsibility of anyone's hand. No agent is going to give you that special window of opportunity that takes you to the next level. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my previous video because I filmed in this very room actually with a pink dress, but I was a completely different person. So you might want to see that. I don't know. And stay tuned for more. See you guys next time. Ciao.